let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Hallway Podcast, where we have real people with real struggles, and this will be a place where real conversation take place. I'm the host, Cliff, and today my guest is somebody that grew up in these halls. He chased the D1 dream, lived it, and now he's back to pour into the next generation. My guest is Mr. Christian Diamond Carpenter.
Yeah,
how you doing, my boy?
What's up? I'm good,
bro. Your middle name is Diamond.
It's spelled like diamond, but it's pronounced Diamond.
Okay, Diamond.
Diamond. Yeah.
Okay, so let me start over. Mr. Christian Diamond Carpenter.
Yeah.
All right, but you're good.
I'm chilling, man.
Hey, ready for this break?
I can't wait,
man. So we was talking before. You want to tell the audience what you're doing over these next 2 weeks?
Man. I'm just going to go see my boys in Dallas, take on FIU, the bowl game, First Responders Bowl.
Yeah.
See what they're talking about? FIU.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Team out of Florida International University. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And did y'all have did UTSA have a good season this year?
Yeah, they did. They had some bumps in the road, but they had a pretty good season, I'd say.
All right. So, Chris, we normally on this podcast we have a tradition. Where our guests, have to say the famous, yo, 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 yo. How are you feeling about that?
Let's do it.
All right. So are you ready?
Ready.
All right. So I'm about to count down. Give me your best yo, 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 yo.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1.
Yo, 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 yo.
That's actually good. And I like that you put the yo, 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 the hands in there.
Yeah,
all right.
Some
so
YouTube stuff.
You ready for the bell ringer?
Yes, sir.
All right, our bell ringer is just a simple conversation. It's an easy question to ease us into the conversation.
Right.
So, it's Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
What is your go-to Christmas movie?
Probably Polar Express, for
Okay.
sure.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it just has so much, I don't know, it just gives you so much tradition and history. I mean, it's top 5,
Right.
for sure.
See, I miss watching Polar Express in elementary, where they actually
bring out the big TV.
You're right,
yeah.
and then they bring out the hot cocoa,
Yeah.
and then when that part comes, they want you to sing hot, hot chocolate.
The best, man.
Yeah, but Home Alone is mine.
I love Home Alone. Home Alone is definitely top 3 for me, for sure. It's like Home Alone, Grinch, and Polar Express.
Right, but my thing is this: with Home Alone, they're kind of overdoing it and planning it too much now. So it's now it's not
the older ones are way better.
Exactly. So, are you ready for the second question?
Let's do it.
All right. So the NIL.
Yeah.
Right. You lived through it, right?
I did.
When it first started, or in the middle of it?
So I got into college at 2020, and NIL wasn't a thing.
Okay.
I transferred spring 21 to UTSA, and that's when NIL started becoming a thing. And it's been some pros and cons to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely was in that mix whenever it started to become a thing.
And for our audience that don't know what the NIL is, it's just your name, image, and likeness, right? And you can get, deals, you can make, some money off of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so where I'm at, I'm 50-50. I think it's great because I think it can set up, somebody young for the rest of their life if they use the money correctly. I think it can set them up. It can set their family up for, a great future. But then I'm also, I don't think it's great because, I think, that saying it's no I in team.
Yeah.
It put an I in team.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now it's all about you.
Yeah.
Do you agree, disagree?
I'm definitely on the same page. It's pros and cons to it. Yes, if depending on how much you get, it definitely could set you up for success. But I feel like with some bigger programs that have been playing football forever, it takes away from the game. It feels like so many people are worried about how much they're getting and how much they're not getting and what they should be getting. And it's you're taken away from the big picture. It's you're there to play football.
And that's the thing. And the whole name, image, and likeness, me and my faith, I believe that it's only one name that should be glorified, which is Jesus.
For sure.
It's only one image we should be trying to live by, and his image is only one likeness that we should be trying to become, and that's Jesus. And, we got to, what I want to tell our young athletes is, you're not the sport.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a platform.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not your foundation. And if it is your foundation, when it all comes to an end, then it's going to leave you lost and not knowing who you are and what your true purpose is. You know, like, do you agree?
I do definitely agree, and especially like for younger guys coming into D1 football or college sports in general. Don't forget about what the bigger picture is, what you're set out there for. I feel like once guys get into college, they get complacent with everything that they're getting, and then they lose sight of what they should be doing. For sure.
Right. So now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take the name, image, and likeness, and we're just gonna have a conversation about it. So now, Chris, like, where are you at with football right now? Is it on hold? Are you done with it? Like, where are you at?
Right now, I'm kind of putting it on hold.
Okay.
I feel like from the outside looking in, like for the people that don't know, it's so hard to play in the National Football League, like let alone college football. Like there's literally, it's this, you can look this up. It's a 5% chance that you will end up playing D1 football.
Right.
And it's literally a 1% chance that you will be playing in the NFL football.
Right.
And just for me and my journey, like it was a blessing being where I'm from to even get to be playing or be at minicamp whenever I went. But
because for people that don't know who Chris is, like, you broke records here.
Yeah.
You had a big punt return in 2023, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had broken records here, and I was the first person at UTSA to score a kickoff return.
Right.
In school history, first person to ever do it, and I got 3 of them. So it's gonna be hard for it to be broken for a little bit. Yeah.
Right. And so my first question is, who is Chris now that the pads are off?
I'm a coach. I'm a father.
Okay.
Son, grandson.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do my part.
Okay. And so what was the first thing, like, Chris, you had to learn about yourself? Because, like I said, you know, football has been, you know, your life up until now. So what was the first thing you learned now that football is not your everyday thing?
So I would say once I did graduate and I moved back to Jacksonville, and I was going through my training for my pro day and whatnot, I was thinking of like the pros and cons of me going into the league. And I mean, like, I'm blessed to just get a free education and go to school for free, because not a lot of people get that opportunity. But also, like, I had to realize, like, if I don't end up in the league, football doesn't define me, and I'm not That's football. I'm Chris.
That's a word.
So it's like I tried not to put too much pressure on myself trying to get to the league, because like it's okay if you don't, because there have been plenty of guys in the league and like have been cut, let go, and still are successful.
Right.
So I mean, I'm blessed to be in the position that I am in, getting to help kids and getting them to teach the things that I never had growing up and going through high school.
What do you mean by that?
As terms of football, growing up into a man, getting ready to leave high school, taking that next step, I feel like I did well with the guidance of Randall and Kenny Kennedy and just the guys that I was around going through high school. Like, they really built me into what I am today. So props to them. But like, I'm just trying to get guys to realize, like, there's so much more out there that you need to be prepared for, like, after high school.
Right, that's a word, because, you know, I walk with a bunch of students, and most of those students I walk with, they are athletes. Yeah. And I feel like they're so wrapped up in sports. Yeah. You know, that's their life. Mm-hmm. And for some of them, it's their parents' life. Like, that's all their parents see them as. It's like, this kid, like, my son is gonna get me, you know, that house or that car. Or sometimes the community, you know, sees, you know, nothing but, you know, that person as a football player. So my question to you is, like, how for these young athletes, what would you tell them, like, about, like, don't make football your all? Like,
I feel like whenever, for example, for me, like, whenever I was in high school, yes, like, sports was pretty much my life, but I also knew how to put that aside and just be a kid. Like,
Right.
Even if I didn't end up playing D1 football, like I still would have been in college. I still would have been trying to build something for myself.
Right.
But I mean, like, I would say, don't get so wrapped up in trying to go D1 because it's okay if it doesn't happen. But also, like, it's okay to be a kid. It's okay to hang out with your friends, go to church, go do like the small things.
Right.
Yeah.
So why do, and this is just me, like, Chris, I'm gonna be real with you. I only played sports 1 year. It was 7th grade year that I played football, basketball. I ran track. You know, I didn't even run track. I only ran one meet, and then I quit because I was just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But I just knew what sports was at a young age. I knew that, I knew that coaches was always going to look at the best player, and I was not the best player. I was just a role player. And so, I remember one time, one of the best players was late to practice.
Yeah.
And I was on time, and we had to run from that. We had to run for it. And I didn't like that. And I remember I had a conversation with the coach at the time, and he told me straight up, he was like, Cliff, because I was selfish, and that's one thing sports, teach you. You can't be selfish. And he says, Cliff, it ain't no I in team. And I looked him in his eye, and I told him, it's an I in Cliff.
Yeah.
And I said, and he was like, with that, you don't need to play sports. And so why are we so my question is, like, why does sports bring out the selfishness in us?
I would say it has to be from a competitor standpoint. I know from like a receiver standpoint, like we're called prima donnas and pretty boys, and we always want the ball.
Okay.
But it's like once it's kind of hard, but it's really coming from a competitor standpoint. Like it is.
Okay,
I feel like for me, I had to learn not to be selfish. Whenever I was in high school, like I always wanted the ball, I feel like because I was trying to take care of what I want to do for myself.
Right.
But at the same time, like it's a team sport.
Right.
If you wanted to play an individual sport, play tennis, play golf.
That's a word.
But like if you're on a team sport, everybody should get to eat. Everybody should be on the same page, trying to get to the same goal.
Right.
It should never be I'm better than him. I should be getting the ball, but like more than him. Like it's never that. Like if you take care of your responsibilities and your task at hand, everything will take care of itself.
But see, that's where I feel like the NIL is messing up sports,
Yeah,
because
for sure.
that I image, everybody wants that image. Everybody wants that I. And I just, for these young athletes, I just want them to know, like, it's not about you. Especially like you said, if you want to do, if you want to be the guy, go play tennis. Even go run track.
Yeah.
Go do something like that. But man, especially now in high school, we can't become about. It can't be about I.
Yeah.
It's bigger than I. It's a team.
I also feel like pride is an individual pride that gets in the way. Like
That's a word.
it has to do with so many things, but it's a matter of you letting go and looking at the bigger picture, like I said.
Right. That's good. So now, Chris, like, now that once again football is on hold, I'm not gonna say it's over because we don't know what God can do. You can get a call, and go play somewhere else, or that NFL dream that you are. Are you still chasing the NFL dream?
Yeah, I am. So like it's a process that you go through. So technically, I'm a free agent right now, so anybody could really call me.
Right.
But I'm also like looking to play in overseas, like in Canada, Brazil.
Okay.
There are places I could play.
So who are you becoming now? Now that, like, right now football's on hold, who is Chris becoming now?
I feel like right now I'm trying to make up for missed time that I had with my son because the majority of I transferred 21. He was just born, and
you was at Colorado.
I was at Colorado, and then transferred to UTSA, and pretty much 3 years. Yeah, about 3 years. Like I just missed time with him. So I'm just trying to get caught up with being a father. And I feel like right now I need to be a father more than football needs me right now.
Right, that's a word.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between, being a father and like being a football player?
So I mean, at a young age, it's like you had to find the balance. Like you had to for me, like my goal was to do this football stuff for him, not only for me, but realizing what I could bring to the table for with what I do for a career. So I mean, really just trying to do everything for him, honestly, to give him a better life.
Why do we feel like, or why do like these young, high school students who are chasing the NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever, why do we feel like football or sports is just the only way out? Because it's not.
I feel like it's easier. Like it's just something natural that comes to you. Most people are good at sports. I mean, not all people are good at sports, but I mean, it's really based off your talent. I mean, I really telling you the truth. Like I never had dreams or aspirations to play college football. I never thought that would happen for me. Going into my sophomore year, played on varsity. My brother was a senior at the time. It really didn't start clicking to me that I could play D1 football until going into my junior year.
For real.
And
is that the time where y'all normally
where
you kind of be like,
really
dang.
it's really your sophomore year.
Okay.
And I mean, depending on how good you are, even as a freshman. But for me, for my journey, it was going to my sophomore year, getting to be with older guys, and I played with older guys my whole life. So it's like, it's that level of competition that I wanted for myself. I feel like playing with kids or guys my age, like it wasn't doing it for me. So it was like I needed something. I needed a challenge, and so playing with that group, I did my sophomore year. It just set a fire under me. And realized like I want something bigger and better for myself. So it's like I took that spring after that season was over, my sophomore year, in that summer, and I just worked, man. Just worked and grinded, and
that's a word for
it
these
paid off.
kids.
It paid off because going into my junior year, I feel like I had a crazy season. I got my first offer during basketball season from North Texas. Committed on spot because I just didn't think I was going to blow up like that. And then after that, I blew up overnight and had like 31 Division I offers.
Right. Dang, 30?
31.
31. That's all God. That's not
It
Chris.
is.
That's God.
It is God, for sure.
But, I just, me, I kind of wanted, like, just listening to you, like, that's why I didn't want to play sports, because I wanted to show kids when I got older that it's more than life than just sports.
It definitely is. Like, you don't have to do what somebody has told you growing up. You don't have to do that. Do what makes you happy and what feels you, like, making you successful.
Right. Huh. So my question to you, now that you're here at Jacksonville High School, not as a student, but you are like a leader here, I believe, because these kids look up to you. They know who Chris is. If the hallways, that's why I didn't ask if the hallways can talk. Like, we know what they would say. Yeah. Chris, the football guy that played football at the highest level.
Yeah.
What legacy now are you trying to leave here at Jacksonville High School as a worker, not a student?
I would say the legacy I'm trying to build is...
Or what impact?
You can literally do what I did, man. It doesn't take anything but to put your nose down and just work.
Right.
I feel like what drove me was the people that said that I couldn't do it. Like, I feel like I was the smallest, I wasn't the fastest, and I was a big person of, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Right.
And I did.
So my question is this, because I agree with you. That's how I lived my whole life. Like, it was many people that was like, you can't do this, you can't do this. And I was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. Is that the really right way to live? Like, looking back at it, like...
Yeah, yes, but also being humble at the same time about it. Like, I feel like my grandma was the person that kept me humble and realized, like, you're good at what you do, but you have to realize there's someone out there that's so much better than you. So I feel like I had to find the line of maintaining a balance and realizing like I'm not the best, but like I can work to be the best. So it's like nothing stopping me.
Yeah. Wow, that's good, because just listening to you talk, I'm thinking about, like, for me it was God.
Yeah.
Telling me, like, who really do you want the glory, or do you want to give me the glory?
Yeah.
And sometimes giving him the glory, you can't do it for, to prove somebody wrong.
Yeah, and I also feel like my grandma is a person that was always gonna let me know you wouldn't have these abilities without him.
Right.
So if you're out there doing what you love, you make sure that you're showing honor and respect to the one that gave it to you.
Preach.
So it's like I want the young kids to realize like you wouldn't be where you are today and you wouldn't have the things that you have today if it wasn't for him.
Right.
And like God specifically chooses which one he wants those to have those abilities.
Right.
And so it's a blessing and an honor. So you should be carrying it like it is.
Look at you preaching, bro. And, I like what you just said. Like, he choose who has those abilities, and we can't get jealous because we all have some type of talent, some type of gift that instead of turning your eyes on somebody else, man, look at, like, go deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something in you that you can make an impact in this world. And so that was well said.
A quote that I always say is like, the thief of joy is comparison. So you can't get compared or like, you can't compare yourself to other people that have more success or doing something. Like God has a plan for everybody.
Right.
And it's a matter of you just following it.
Right. Because comparison is hard now in 2025,
Yeah,
about to
it's
go into
hard.
26.
It's really
because
hard.
now you know who the 5 stars
Yeah.
is on Instagram and everything. And, man, it's hard for somebody here at Jacksonville. Like, man, like, dang, look at this kid.
Yeah, I say me, for example, going through high school, I was a 3-star, but I never really paid attention to stars. I never really, I felt like everybody was equal. If you could play, you could play.
Right.
Like,
That's
we
the
all
word.
bleed the same. Like, if you're good, you're good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like, like I said before, like I was trying to prove that I was legit and I could play at that next level.
Right. Man, Chris, talking to you, you're very wise, bro.
Yeah,
I hope
man,
you
I'm
know
old
that.
soul.
You are. I feel it.
Definitely old soul.
And let me just say this, before we go to Ask Cliff, in God's eyes, we are all 5 stars. So, it ain't no such thing as 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. That's just the world. Once again, trying to compare.
Exactly.
And we're not called to live in the world. We're called to, we're not called to live in the world. We try to be a part of the world. And so, everybody, you are all a 5-star.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So this is a part where you get to ask me anything, Chris.
Okay. So since being in Jacksonville, how do you feel like you've impacted the kids and people you've been around?
That's a good question. Man, I feel like I impacted them by just showing love and showing, like, especially with mentoring younger guys. I think we think being a man, like, we got our view of being a man is totally different.
Yeah.
We think a man is supposed to be tough, a man is supposed to play sports, a man is supposed to do X, Y, Z. And for me, like, I'm very in tune with my emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm very, like, people know when there's something wrong with me because I show my emotions, and because I just think that's me growing up without a dad, being around, my 3 older sisters and then my mom, and then I have 2 younger brothers. And so I didn't get that man, like, I didn't get the example of what am I trying to say? I didn't get that example of, how to be a man.
Yeah.
And so I feel like how I made an impact in Jacksonville is I'm teaching these younger guys how to just be a man the right way, which it's okay to be emotional, but but you can't be too emotional.
Exactly. I say just me growing up too, like I went out without a father. I've never met my biological father, and thank God for my grandpa, and he's been like my backbone, my dog, and like like I said, like you said, like you're in tune with your feelings. I am too.
Right.
And like I will say, it's okay for guys to cry. It's okay for guys to feel things. Like we're not just you don't have to be numb to certain things.
Right.
And so it's like it's okay to let those emotions out, and I feel like it makes you more vulnerable.
Exactly. And now the cool thing about being at the high school, some of the guys I do mentor, they come we are told guys are not supposed to hug. Yeah. Now they look for the hug
No,
you
yeah.
know, with me. And it's like, you know, I think that's one of the impacts. And then another impact is just, you know, sharing Jesus. You know, recently, shout out Bubba. I took him to church, and, you know, seeing him get saved, you know, him accepting Jesus
That's
Christ.
big, man.
Yeah, that I feel like, man, you know, we got to understand that, you know, it is like this world, it is bigger than what our problem is.
Yeah,
There's people
definitely is.
out here that are dying and they're going to hell. And, you know, we have to make sure like we're doing what, you know, the Bible says, which is go and make disciples. And I feel like that's the impact that I'm making. I'm going out and actually doing life with people, you know, and actually, you know, trying to understand them and trying to make them see that, man, you know, it is a better way than you're not a product of your environment. You know, you can become somebody better, but you got to choose the one. Once again,
Exactly.
it's one name that we should be lifting up. It's one image that we are supposed to be like, and it's one likeness that we are supposed to become. And it's not ours, it's Jesus. And so I think that's the biggest impact, is just sharing Jesus with people.
Yeah, it's definitely needed, man. We need more of that, and more men holding younger guys to that
Right.
standard. Like, you should want to be saved. Like, you should you should want to do those things.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But yeah, we definitely need more of that.
And let me just say this, you know, walking in these hallways, you know, I think, you know, Jacksonville is doing a great job. We got a bunch of men now. You know, last year, you know,
Black men at that.
like last year, for example, I was just the only black male teacher.
Yeah.
And like just to see that increase, and now seeing that these hallways have people that look like them, and people can become, you know, the fact that we hired our first black AD, you know,
It's
for
big,
a younger kid, now he can have that dream, like I can be that AD, you know,
man.
and so I just think that is needed in, you know, Jacksonville, but I also think it's needed in the world. We need
Most definitely.
men stepping up and showing the younger men, you know, because God called us to lead.
Exactly.
Lead that future family, you know. So, yeah, that's the impact, I think, is just sharing Jesus.
That's good, man. Keep going.
Yeah, so any final thoughts before you want to say to the young athletes? And you got to look at the camera, and you got to just, you know, just be real with them, Chris, because you live that D1 dream, and some of them are chasing it. And I just want them to know that it's not true. That's not you.
Yeah.
God has a bigger purpose for you. So this is your chance.
All right, bet. So for the ones that are wanting to go D1, play at the next level, keep going if that's what you want to do and what God's telling you to do. But don't be easily influenced if that's not what you want or if that's not what you want to do. God has a calling for you, and just follow it, man. And also, please take your mental health serious. Like, mental health is a real thing, and I struggled through it. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody, ask somebody, or just tap in with somebody, man. It's serious, and yeah, man.
Right. Man. Next, we're going to have you back on so we can talk about mental health. But, Chris, my final thoughts to you, Brody, is this. Chris, you're more than sports. You are a real person.
Yeah.
And you're very wise. Like, talking to you, man, like, I want to talk to you, like,
more
man, now.
I feel like I'm really smarter than what I let on to people be.
I would be honest, yeah.
I just be laid back, and man.
Yeah, like, you're very smart. Like, I just thought, like, honest truth, I just like, oh, this is just a sports guy.
Yeah, no,
but you're really more than sports, bro. And you are a real person with real struggles. And people probably don't think you're struggling.
Yeah, I definitely do, man.
You know? But the fact that, you know, I know it was hard last year, you know, getting the taste of what that dream that you've been chasing.
Man, it was, like I said, it was an honor and a blessing just to be in that environment and just getting to see what it takes to be at that next level. And I mean, I'm not done.
You're not.
I mean, if it's for me, it's for me.
Right.
But I'm definitely not done.
I know.
So.
And so I know the real struggle was coming back, and, you know, now you're at Jacksonville High School, and I know that's like being at the mountain, like up on the mountain. And
it definitely is.
Going into the valley.
But I will say it also humbles you.
Right.
It humbles you and tells you, like, God is pretty much telling me this is not for you right now. And I'm cool with that. Like, if it's for me, it's for me. But, like, I'm happy with the career that I've had from high school to college to now. Like, I did things that I never thought I would get to be able to do. Like, I've been all around America. I've been I've been there. I played everywhere.
Right.
Played the craziest stadiums.
Right.
Met famous people. Like literally, my roommate at Colorado was Christian Gonzalez. Plays for the Patriots right now. My other roommate was Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son.
Right.
Like,
wow.
I've just been around people, made crazy friendships. I mean, it was definitely a blessing getting to be in my shoes for sure. Yeah. So I'm not messed up about it because I was blessed with the opportunity.
What is the struggle now that like you got the taste, but now like now you're just like in the waiting, the holding, because the patient, the waiting is always the hardest because it teach you patience.
I would say for me, it definitely has been the waiting on, because you like whenever after you're done with college football and you're in that professional world, like once you're a free agent, you're just waiting on the call. So it's just a matter of time and just being patient. And like I said, if it's for you, it's for you. But don't let it affect you, because like you said, like I've been saying, I'm not football. Like it doesn't define me. It's not who I am.
Right.
And like I said, with the career that I've had, I'm successful in my eyes.
I just can't wait for that time where it's like being at a doctor's office and you waited for so long, and when they finally call you, you be so happy to go back. You don't care if it's bad news. You just happy to just get out there.
I'm going.
And let me just say, I just can't wait for that.
Can't wait, man.
That call or whatever God has in store
it's coming,
for you.
man.
And just know that also you are, like I said, you are a real person with real struggles, but keep having these real conversations.
Yeah.
And like I said, I can't wait to see what you do here at Jacksonville High School with,
I can't wait either,
with
man.
these next, athletes that's coming up that
and
they look at you.
They
look up to you. They look up to you. And so, Chris, just thank you for being a part of the Hallway podcast. Me and Mr. Trailer are so thankful for you.
Yes, sir.
And
shout out Mr. Trailer. Love you, man.
And let me just say this. Our community challenge is just simple, man. Just, have a real conversation with somebody, because what I'm learning about life is, man, we can't judge a book by its cover. And Chris, once again, I want to sit here and apologize, because I thought all you was football.
Oh, man.
Because when I got to Jacksonville, that's all people told me about you. And I never really sat down into like now and had a real conversation. And bro, you're very wise.
Yeah.
And you have a voice. And man, bro, make sure that voice is heard, and make sure it's just not heard about the sports side of things.
Yeah.
But like you said, mental health is real.
Yeah.
And use your voice.
Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me in the hallways either. I promise you I don't bite. I may look and seem like I'm just scary, but I promise you I'm not. I'm real cool. I promise.
Right. So, Chris, I just once again thank you for being here. And I just want to tell our viewers, thank you for watching the Hallway podcast. More episodes are on its way. And, man, enjoy this holiday season. Enjoy the new year. And we will see y'all in 2026. So thank y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
All right,
They tell your story. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?